Dr. Johnson. The candidates are assembled. We may now proceed with the commencement exercises. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem and invocation. Elizabeth Erickson will lead us in the national anthem.
At this time, I invite Kevin Pfeiffer to give the invocation.
Students, faculty, staff, family, and friends. Today we gather with grateful hearts, aware that each of us arise from different places, shaped by different values and beliefs. And yet on this remarkable day, we are united in pride, joy, and celebration. We are here to honor the education gained, the knowledge discovered, and the degrees earned. These are milestones reached through perseverance and commitment. We come together to recognize the hard work and determination that brought these students to this moment. Every late night, every challenge overcome, and every small victory led to today. We celebrate the dreams and hopes of these graduates and our society. These dreams were encouraged, challenged, and nurtured here at Penn State Scranton. And we pause to offer our sincere thanks to the community that made this possible. The mentors and donors, the faculty and advisors, the staff, family members, and friends. Your support and guidance have been felt every step of the way. As we move forward along our own paths towards experiences and unfolding destinies, may gratitude come to unite us. May it inspire us to use all that we are, all that we have learned for the common good, enriching not only our lives, but also the lives of everyone we encounter.
Thank you, Kevin. Please be seated. Good afternoon. I am Darrell Johnson, the Penn State Scranton Campus Chief Academic Officer. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I warmly welcome you to the 2026 commencement celebration for Penn State Scranton. This commencement exercise is held in this 50th year of Penn State Scranton and is part of a historic university tradition, as this is Penn State University's 171st year. Today, our graduates, parents, friends, and colleagues of graduates, alongside our staff and faculty, celebrate with joy and pride of the achievements of the class of 2026. I would like to introduce the platform party. Please hold your applause until I've introduced all on stage. As I call out your name, please remain standing so we recognize you collectively. Ms. Shani Mohammed, our keynote speaker and Penn State Scranton graduate. Dr. Meg Hatch, Special Assistant to the Campus Chief Academic Officer and Associate Professor of Biology. Mr. Matthew Lee, Director of Student Services and Engagement and Master of Ceremonies. Ms. Nancy Sardo Delos Rios, Penn State University Scranton Advisory Board Chair and Penn State alum. Mr. Gavin Quimby, 2025-26 Student Government Association President. Mr. Sean Wolf, President, Penn State Scranton Alumni Society President. Mr. Fred Abley, Information Sciences and Technology Program Coordinator. Dr. Megan Van Etten, Biology and Science Program Coordinator. Mr. Kevin Pfeiffer, Business and Supply Chain Management Program Coordinator. Dr. Majid Chatzaz, Mechanical Engineering Program Coordinator. Mr. Paul Perrone, English and Multidisciplinary Studies Program Coordinator. It's not a commencement without a baby. Dr. Parminder Parmar, Human Development Family Studies Program Coordinator. Dr. Justina Malinak, Nursing Program Coordinator. Dr. Renee McNair, Psychology Program Coordinator. Ms. Kelly Conlon Mizuka, Corporate Communication Program Coordinator. And Ms. Gina Gray, the 2026 Faculty Marshal for our commencement ceremonies. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming them. Penn State Scranton is proud to serve as an anchor institution in this community. We provide students in northeastern Pennsylvania access to a Penn State education and degree, and the Penn State Commonwealth campuses are an embodiment of the land-grant mission of our university. The Penn State Scranton faculty and staff create an educational space that enables our students to embrace what we value most about higher education: the opportunity for students to learn, to think critically, to interact and to discuss ideas, and to develop a culture of care for the community around them. Graduates, we gather today to celebrate the amazing accomplishment of your degree completion. We're grateful to you for the way you have anchored yourself to this community, for the powerful lessons you have taught us about community and kindness, and the demonstrated care and concern for others. You have accomplished this while balancing many roles. You are siblings, partners, spouses, parents, and caregivers. You are full and part-time employees and volunteers and advocates for our community. Balancing multiple roles takes work. It also takes help. So I ask you to join me in expressing gratitude to those who have assisted you in your journey to today's ceremony. Will the faculty please stand? To the Penn State Scranton faculty, we are grateful for your dedication to helping students attain their educational goals at Penn State Scranton, and please join me in recognizing the contributions to your university and community at large. Will our Penn State Scranton staff please stand, and you will find them throughout the entirety of our venue. We could not do what we do at the campus without our staff. They're tireless in their support for students, faculty, and one another, and are what hold this university together. Please join me in recognizing the contributions our staff make. And probably to one of the most important groups with us today, and those are the family members and friends who have cheered you on. They've offered you encouragement while working to attain your degree, and without their support, today would not be possible. Would you please join me in congratulating and thanking your family and friends for support? Today's ceremony indicates the conferral of a degree and a progression towards expertise in a given discipline. However, graduation does not mean you will still not call your mom. You will still not lean on her for meaningful life decisions. And as I've learned from a recent college graduate in my house, that often means knowing when chicken is done. And those that laugh probably know what I'm talking about. You will often hear your mom's voice when you're about to make those decisions without calling her. And in honor of Mother's Day weekend, I would be remiss if we did not recognize the support and love of all the mothers in the room. If all the moms could please stand. Gavin Quimby is the 2025-26 Student Government Association President. A graduating senior, Gavin is an information technology major with a concentration in cybersecurity. Originally from Lehigh Valley and a graduate of Easton Area High School, Gavin continued his studies at Penn State Scranton. Throughout his time here, he has demonstrated a deep commitment to student advocacy, engagement, and academic excellence. As SGA president, he led with integrity and vision, fostering collaboration while advancing meaningful initiatives that have left a lasting impact on campus. Gavin is the 2026 recipient of the prestigious Eric A. and Josephine S. Walker Award, which honors his outstanding leadership, character, and service to the Penn State Scranton community. Please join me in welcoming Gavin to the podium.
Before I get started, I just want to say one thing. I may not have the power, but seniors, you may finally uninstall Canvas. Good afternoon to all families, friends, loved ones, and of course my fellow graduates of the class of 2026. Today, we gather to celebrate the incredible achievements and unwavering dedication of all graduates here today. Standing here as your outgoing Student Government Association president, I'm filled with gratitude, pride, and a deep sense of reflection about what Penn State Scranton has meant to me and what it has meant to all of us here in the community. When I first stepped into the role 2 years ago, I made a commitment to show up for this campus every single day, to listen, to lead, and to help build a community where students didn't just attend college, they engaged in it. And I wasn't the only one who made that commitment. You will notice other graduating student government leaders with red and blue cords as they walk today. Those leaders I speak about being my Vice President, Connor Sharuda, Chief Justice Brett Golbin, and Chief of Staff, Calissa Shedd. They're in the crowd today. Thank you so much for everything you guys have done. Thank you, seriously. I truly believe in the promises that student government brought to the table, and they were delivered thanks to their help. And together, graduates, we did it. We watched student engagement rise, not because of one initiative or one leader, but because students decided to invest in each other, because club leaders stepped up, because we cared. I would be remiss if I didn't give a moment for our graduating club leaders as well, a well-deserved moment of recognition. You are the heartbeat of this campus. You created spaces where students found their people, their passions, and sometimes even their purpose. Sometimes that purpose is making a difference in your community, getting involved in a club, a club you never thought you would, and sometimes that purpose is planning a bingo hosted by your student government. I know one of our marshals is a big fan of my bingos. Besides that, it proves something important. Even the events that weren't tied to your major, your career, you shaped your college experience for the better. Graduates, wherever your path takes you, make that place better than however you first found it. I know for a fact that Penn State Scranton is going to thrive because of the future student organizations that you all helped to inspire. Speaking of future student organizations, I'd be remiss to say how proud and excited I am to see many future student leaders in the audience today. Please know that your support today is invaluable to all of us. To our incoming SGA president, Olivia Lorenzetti, I think she's up there somewhere, we are so proud of you, and we're excited to see the continued growth of our campus under your leadership. Thank you. Because I know, as a soon-to-be alumni, I'm going to want to come back and visit. If there's anything I want you all to remember, it's this quote. Some of you may have heard me say it once or twice, so please don't be afraid to say it out loud here, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Leaders don't make followers, leaders make leaders. Graduates, be the leader that your community, your workplace, your team, or even your nation needs. Leadership doesn't always look perfect, and growth doesn't always feel comfortable, but every challenge you faced here has prepared you for what comes next. Class of 2026, our legacy is one of engagement, leadership, resilience, and community. We have embraced opportunities, uplifted our peers, and made a lasting difference. As we step into the next chapter of our journey, carry that same passion and drive, because the world needs leaders just like you. Graduates, we are ready for what comes next. Every 8 a.m., p.m., rain in December, snow in April, we have truly thrived through all that chaos. As much as I'd like to think of a longer and more analytical reasoning for how we've accomplished those feats, I have one simple solution. It's because we are Penn State. We are Penn State. We are Penn State. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you all for everything. Onward State, and congratulations to my fellow graduates. Thank you. Back to you, Dr. Johnson.
Thank you, Gavin. I would like to now introduce Ms. Nancy Sarno de los Rios, our Advisory Board Chair. Nancy is an alumna of Penn State, having started her education at Penn State Scranton before concluding her degree at University Park. Following her family's tradition, Nancy is the third generation of Sarno & Son formal wear, where she does a little bit of everything, including but not limited to human resources, retail sales, marketing, and office administration. The company is proudly in its fourth generation and is celebrating its 85th year. Now semi-retired, Nancy is enjoying new roles as the chair of the advisory board at Scranton and chair of the Dolly Parton Imagination Library at Lackawanna County. The Penn State tradition continues as her son Tomas is currently a student at University Park after beginning his college career at Penn State Scranton. Nancy.
Good afternoon, everyone. I have the honor of introducing Shani Muhammad, our keynote speaker. Shani Muhammad graduated summa cum laude from Penn State University in 2020 with her BS in business with a concentration in management and marketing. Building on a career rooted in economic development, entrepreneurial support, and social innovation leadership, she is founding executive director of Jobs First NEPA, a first of its kind regional workforce intermediary established to advance solutions for economic mobility in northeastern Pennsylvania. By convening key stakeholders across education, industry, community, and policy, she works to create a pathway to meaningful careers for opportunity youth. In this role, she is dedicated to developing a more aligned and collaborative workforce ecosystem across northeastern Pennsylvania. As a Microsoft TechSpark Alumni Fellow and a certified design thinking practitioner for IBM, she has leveraged partnerships to address complex regional challenges. Her mission is very simple: to help build a region where talented meets opportunity at any level, and where every individual has access to resources needed to thrive in this modern economy. Please join me in welcoming Shani Muhammad.
Thank you, Nancy. And thank you, Dr. Johnson, for allowing me the pleasure of addressing Penn State Scranton's spring class of 2026. Congratulations, graduates. I hope sitting in those seats in your caps and gowns brings you a sense of pride and accomplishment, both to you and your families, for your years of hard work and commitment to your education. It feels good to be back in blue and white, colors I very proudly wore during my time as a student. It was almost 6 years ago to this day when I would have sat in your seats patiently waiting to receive my degree as a graduate in 2020. I would have addressed my classmates on this very stage as Chancellor Scholar and celebrated the feeling of accomplishment with my peers and with my family. Unfortunately, the pandemic had other plans, and I wasn't afforded that opportunity. So while I stand on stage today to address you all, not as a student, but as a young professional and community leader, I hope you'll first allow me a brief moment to publicly thank my parents. I am the proud daughter of 2 Guyanese immigrants. There is not a single accomplishment in my bio that would have been possible without their support, sacrifice, and unwavering dedication to giving me a good life. Every success of mine is also theirs. I originally started at Penn State as an architectural engineering major. I grew up enjoying structure, designs, blueprints. I came from a family that was well skilled in the trades, and engineering was a field I was both interested in and encouraged to pursue. It was not, however, the degree that I graduated with. I realized partly through my time in college that Arch-E might not be the right fit for me long term. While I enjoyed the classes and excelled academically, I had a feeling deep down that I wouldn't love it when it turned into a job. I made the switch to business about halfway through my college career. I kept myself busy throughout college. I was in the honors program, I did research, I was in SGA, Thorn, Lion Ambassadors, student activities, you name it, I was in it. I was working multiple jobs and internships both on and off campus. I happened to finish my graduation requirements a semester early, and in that last semester, I sat on a team of local students tasked with reimagining the economic future of Northeast PA. By the time I finished my term, the company had created a position for me to start with them full-time in economic development prior to graduating. I continued to move up the ladder there for 6 years and would go on to successfully build and launch 7 state and federally funded pilot programs to improve local economic, workforce, business, and entrepreneurial development. This past January, a new opportunity fell into my lap. An opportunity to build and lead an organization from the ground up. Something that would create solutions, break down barriers, and transform the systems serving young adults in their communities. Something that would bring good opportunities just a little bit closer to those in our region who needed them the most. As we speak, I'm 27 years old, and I serve as the founding executive director of Jobs First NEPA, a first-of-its-kind regional workforce intermediary that aligns partners across industry, education, community, policy, and philanthropy around shared workforce priorities in support of our young adults. I work with local partners to address barriers to economic mobility and help ensure that systems are designed with young adults in mind, so they can turn skills, interests, and ambition into real opportunity here in the region. Growing up, I frequently heard those around me say things like, there are no good opportunities here, that any chance I had at being successful I had to find outside of this region. I chose to believe otherwise. I chose to lean in and find what is possible for me here. And I was determined to use it to change the stigma on what could be possible for others too. Having officially launched Jobs First NEPA to the community just 2 weeks ago, I feel privileged to lead something so impactful for Northeastern Pennsylvania and motivated to create a community where every young person, regardless of their starting point, has a clear, supported pathway to a bright future. But my journey to today has not been linear. I changed my mind about what to study countless times. I started my first professional role just 2 weeks before the world changed, becoming a young professional in the workforce in 2020 during the time that I did. I was so openly exposed to the problems that our community and our world were facing. And that's heavy for a 21-year-old. I held senior leadership positions at a very young age, and in a sea of expertise and experience and complicated jargon, I doubted my value and skill sets more times than I can count. Despite, I had to lead economic development in a critically turbulent time in our nation. Economically, politically, socially, through global health crises, volatile markets, and inflationary pressures, shifting social fabric that we still to this day are trying to navigate. And in the face of that turbulence, my growth has always been rooted in servant leadership and lifelong learning. The last 6 years haven't been easy for anyone. But in economic development, you learn quickly that barriers aren't just obstacles. They're blueprints for where we need to build better and more stable systems. Every step of my career thus far has allowed me to create solutions for the bigger and more important challenges that our community and our world are facing. That being said, to do that, I have to be really honest about what I know and what I still have left to learn as I am so new to this workforce. And while I knew that my time at Penn State Scranton has taught me a great deal to support my work, I constantly sought out educational opportunities to keep myself growing and developing. Since graduating college, I've held at least one fellowship each year in a topic critical to my work. I put in hundreds of additional hours of researching problems, collaborating with fellows across North America, building frameworks for solutions that my community could benefit from. I traveled the country, and I built up my knowledge of the world so that I could bring it back here, back to my home. Because what I learned is this: what I do in service to my community serves me just as much as it serves others. It prepares me for my future just as much as my education did. The ability to see something that's broken and have the courage to try and help it. To notice something that's missing and be motivated to create it. To make the change you want to see and leave places better than you found them. That impact-driven mindset is fostered over time, but it transcends whatever industries you wind up in next. Graduates, you are entering a workforce that is ever-changing. You will face barriers, and that's scary. But you also have the tools to transform systems, not just exist within them. And in trying to navigate your next step, you'll find yourself seeking out your North Star. What's a problem that you can't stand? What's a barrier that you wish you could break down? And when you find that, the what of your career will naturally follow the why. For me, my path led me to realize that true success comes from uplifting young adults in my community. My career has been defined by that very question. How can we make economic mobility a reality for everyone? And now I've built something that allows me to move the needle on exactly that. When it comes to my work, I like to consider myself a social innovator. I transform systems serving young adults like yourselves. I build solutions that better connect you. I ensure that you have a clear pathway to a meaningful career. Perhaps this stems from the fact that there were many times in my life and in my journey where I felt just as unsure, where I felt I didn't know what the right next step was for me. If you happen to be sitting in your seats, unsure of what that path looks like for you in the long run, just know there is still so much growth and so much opportunity ahead, and that with the right guidance and right supports, the path will start to take shape, despite how messy or uncertain it may feel at times. I learned that that's part of the journey. A few pieces of advice that I wish someone told me before I had things a little bit more figured out. Number one, being a young professional is valuable. Go after opportunities. Network, meet people, talk about yourselves, and be proud of it, because your mindset and your thoughts are more valuable than you think. Two, lifelong learning battles your imposter syndrome. Invest in your professional development wherever possible. And three, and this might hit the hardest, the world outside of academia is so much more different than you think. Find a mentor. We often think of success as a solo sport, but my work has taught me that the real success comes from alignment. It comes from seeking help and leveraging the support around you. It comes from being curious and asking questions. Progress is about the bridges you build, not the walls you stand behind. The truth is, I myself still need to be reminded of these things in every new season of my life. I'm still learning, still growing, still navigating, still very much confused, and still in need of support. In my position, in the organization that I lead, the boards that I sit on, the businesses that I run, those three things have stood the test of time for me. And I hope they do for you too, if you choose to lean in. Congratulations again on this milestone achievement, and best of luck on your future endeavors. Thank you.
We have a small gift for our commencement speaker. We appreciate your willingness to speak to our students this year. We now come to the central moment of these ceremonies, the presentation of degrees. Dr. Meg Hatch, Special Assistant to the Campus Chief Academic Officer, will introduce the graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, staff, and a special welcome to our graduating students. Before we begin with the conferring of degrees, I would like to thank the Penn State Scranton faculty and staff and your family and friends who have supported you in the journey to this point in your academic career. You are graduating from a prestigious institution with a long history of rigorous academic standards, and it is our pleasure to join you in celebration of your academic achievements. In recognition of students' academic achievements, candidates for summa cum laude are wearing blue and white cords. Candidates for magna cum laude are wearing blue cords, and candidates for cum laude are wearing white cords. Certain graduates also have been recognized for their academic achievements through induction into one or more National Academic Discipline Honor Societies and for participation in the Campus Honors Program. These students can be identified by their commencement cords and stoles. In addition to recognizing candidates' academic honors, students who have honorably served, are serving, or are commissioned to serve in the U.S. military are wearing red, white, and blue cords in recognition of their duty and sacrifice. Please join me in congratulating graduates who've been recognized for their academic excellence and military service. Thank you. Graduates, you will be called to the stage to be recognized and receive your diploma and will be dismissed to the stage by discipline. Audience, I know this is hard, but we ask that you hold your applause until all of the graduates in each discipline have been recognized. Thank you. The candidates for the baccalaureate degree in biology will now be recognized by Dr. Johnson. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Biology please come forward to be recognized?
Ariana Scarfo, Student Marshal for Biology. Devin Gray. Emily Derry. Tanisha Colon. Emma Sokolowski. Courtney McCreary. Anika Telusma.
On behalf of the Penn State Scranton Biology faculty, congratulations to our graduates. The candidates for the baccalaureate degree in corporate communications will now be recognized by Dr. Johnson. Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts in Corporate Communications please come forward to be recognized?
Zamara Robble, Student Marshal for Corporate Communications. Ava Compton, summa cum laude. James Bronowski, cum laude. Ryan Cabrera. Rebecca Ruth Howells. Cora Sisk.
On behalf of the Penn State Scranton Corporate Communications faculty, congratulations to our graduates. The candidates for the baccalaureate degree in English will now be recognized by Dr. Johnson. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in English please come forward to be recognized?
Rowan Sunyi Mulligan, Student Marshal for English. Andrew Phillips.
On behalf of the Penn State Scranton English faculty, congratulations to our graduates. The candidates for the associate and baccalaureate degrees in multidisciplinary studies will now be recognized by Dr. Johnson. Will the candidates for the degree of associate in arts and Bachelor of Arts in Multidisciplinary Studies please come forward to be recognized?
Sarah Saucer, Student Marshal for Multidisciplinary Studies. Miriam Johnson. Natasha Orehek.
On behalf of the Penn State Scranton Multidisciplinary Studies faculty, congratulations for our graduates. The candidates for the baccalaureate degree in Human Development and Family Studies will now be recognized by Dr. Johnson. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Human Development and Family Studies please come forward to be recognized?
Abigail Lodi, Student Marshal for Human Development and Family Studies, cum laude. Skylar Bauer. Elizabeth Swingle. Ryan Patterson. Kat E. Ava Smargassi. Layla Moran. Casey Lawrence. Kirsten Kennedy. Quadir Hines.
On behalf of the Penn State Scranton HCFS faculty, congratulations to our graduates. The candidates for the baccalaureate degree in information technology will now be recognized by Dr. Johnson. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Information Technology please come forward to be recognized?
Courtney Nelson, Student Marshal for Information Technology, summa cum laude. Grant Olson. Aiden Lee. Andreas Nino. Shirley Lynn. Daniel Chabla. Adam Haran. Mason Natalini. Alex Ferguson. Douglas Smith. Samuel Udistera. Gavin Quimby.
On behalf of the Penn State Scranton IT faculty, congratulations to our graduates. The candidates for the baccalaureate degrees in Project Supply Chain Management will now be recognized by Dr. Johnson. Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Project and Supply Chain Management please come forward to be recognized?
Christian Drucker, Student Marshal for Project and Supply Chain Management, summa cum laude. Zachary DeReamer. Stephen Galena. Guy Mushal. Deanna Nieves. Brandon Novak. Gabriella Schmidt.
Of the Penn State Scranton PSCM faculty, congratulations to our graduates. candidates for the baccalaureate degree in business will now be recognized by Dr. Johnson. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business please come forward to be recognized?
Andrew Harsh, Student Marshal for Business, magna cum laude. Jeremy Lasanta. Evan Familetti. Alexander Watt. Michael Grolinski. Jeffrey Barbiero. Hurav Suthar. Aiden Kelsall. John Paffenroth. Olivia Osborne. Chloe Rumford, cum laude. Talissa Shed. Isabella Waters. Leah Kellogg. Phoenix Scott.
Right, nephew!
Alec Brzezinski. Connor Sharuda.
On behalf of the Penn State Scranton business faculty, congratulations to our graduates. The candidates for the baccalaureate degree in psychology will now be recognized by Dr. Johnson. Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor's of Arts and Bachelor's of Science in Psychology please come forward to be recognized?
Kiera Lillian Lewis. Student Marshall for Psychology. Chelsea Cruz. Madison Langdon. Emily Cron. Warda Alabin. Cecilia Gonzalez. Jaden Wiggins. Ronald Renford Jr. James Goulbin. Adrian Sokolowski. Brian Azukowitz.
On behalf of the Penn State Scranton Psychology faculty, congratulations to our graduates. The candidates for the baccalaureate degree in mechanical engineering will now be recognized by Dr. Johnson. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering please come forward to be recognized?
Ian Kramer, Student Marshal for Mechanical Engineering, magna cum laude. Uday Halabi Jares. Joshua Weisel. Grant Lewis, cum laude. Megan Gatto. Richard Cronin. Emily Toro. Hannah Williams. Alexis Colacerdo. Maroon Chalhoub. Jonathan Lobos. Kevin Young. Stanley Cyberowski. Dylan Gaska. Ayman Mansouri.
On behalf of the Penn State Scranton Mechanical Engineering faculty, congratulations to our graduates. The candidates for the baccalaureate degree in nursing will now be recognized by Dr. Johnson. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing please come forward to be recognized?
Katie Zabrowski, Student Marshal for Nursing, cum laude. Katrina Alexine Concepcion, cum laude. Teresa Allen, cum laude. Mia Nicole Kurev. Danielle Renner. Amanda Moss. Abigail Urcanon. Anasia McKee. Bryn Lindsay. Ryan Notari.
Yeah, man.
Braden Joyce. Eric Simonson. Angelo Franco Ramos. Kayla Graham. Ariana Pisano. Kaylin Bone Pastor. Tanisha Bell.
On behalf of the Penn State Scranton nursing faculty, congratulations to our graduates. Each year, Penn State students who have completed degree requirements at another Penn State location choose to attend commencement ceremonies at Penn State Scranton. At this time, I would like to invite to the stage the candidates for the following degrees: Bachelor of Science in Project and Supply Chain Management, Bachelor of Science in Human Development and Family Studies, Master of Professional Studies in Strategic Communications. Please come forward to be recognized.
Blaze Stalk, Bachelor of Science in Project and Supply Chain Management from Road Campus. Taylor Tilbury, Bachelor of Science in Human Development and Family Studies from Road Campus. Nicole Policelli, Masters of Professional Studies in Strategic Communications from World Campus.
Congratulations from the Penn State Scranton faculty and staff and the Penn State University faculty and staff. Dr. Johnson, the candidates have successfully completed the respective degree requirements as established by the Pennsylvania State University and are ready for conferral of their degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Hatch. Would the graduates please rise? By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, and on behalf of University President Neely Benaputi, I pronounce you graduates of the Pennsylvania State University. Symbolizing the earning of a university degree. Graduates, if you would please face the audience and join me again in thanking those who helped make your success today possible. You may be seated. The Penn State Scranton Alumni Society is a group that has been a part of our campus for over 30 years. Sean Wolf is the current president. He began his academic career at Penn State Scranton and subsequently earned his Bachelor of Science degree in Environmental Resource Management in 2006 from the College of Agricultural Sciences at University Park. He is a Senior Environmental Health and Safety Manager for OI Glass. Sean serves on the Alumni Council in State College and resides in Clark Summit with his family. Please join me in welcoming Sean to the podium.
Graduates of Penn State Scranton, our newest alumni. Today you cross a threshold, one that marks not an ending, but a beginning. You leave this campus not only with degrees, but with responsibility to carry forward the values that shaped you here. At Penn State, we speak often of integrity, respect, excellence, and community. These are not just words spoken passively, they're a call to action. They're a promise about how we will live and how we will serve. So today I offer you this charge. Go forward and serve one another. In a world that often rewards individual success above all else, choose instead to measure your life by the impact you have on others. Lift someone up. Listen when it would be easier to speak. Offer your time, your talent, and your compassion, especially when it's inconvenient, especially when no one is watching. Go forward with the commitment of our shared values. Let integrity guide your decisions. When the right path is not the easy one, let respect shape how you treat every person you encounter. Let responsibility remind you that your choices matter, not just for you, but for your community and your world. These are the values are not situational, they are foundational. Go forward and give of yourself. Your education has prepared you not only to succeed, but to contribute. Wherever your path leads, your career, your family, your community, do not hold back what you have to offer. Give your energy, give your ideas, give your care, because the measure of a Penn State alumnus is not just what they achieve, but what they give back. And remember this, as a Penn State alumnus, you are never walking alone. You're a part of a community that stretches around the globe, grounded here in Pennsylvania, and centered in each of our hearts. A community committed to making the world better. Wherever you go, you carry that spirit with you. So graduates, as you leave here today, carry these values boldly, live them fully, and share them generously. And in doing so, may you not only find success, but purpose. Congratulations, and thank you, Dr. Beck.
As our ceremony ends, I would like to once again congratulate each of our graduating students. We are proud of you and wish you continued success. Graduates, you may take the resolve you have demonstrated while earning your degree and extend it to the life that comes ahead. We encourage you to not see today as an end, but as a beginning that is filled with continued curiosity, exploration, and learning. We are proud to have known you and wish you all the best in whatever lies next. While today we recognize the completion of your academic pursuits at Penn State, we hope it does not mark the end of your connection to the campus. You will forever be a part of the legacy of the Pennsylvania State University and of Penn State Scranton. As we conclude our ceremony, please join us in honoring this moment as we play a recording of our alma mater. Everybody please rise. I was waiting for a boat horn. Thank you for being with us this afternoon as we celebrate the 2026 graduates at Penn State Scranton. Also, thank you for those in attendance. Your presence today is what makes the celebration special for our graduates, and I appreciate you being with us today. Have a great weekend celebrating today and your accomplishments, and have a great Mother's Day weekend. For the recessional, the faculty marshal will lead the platform party off the stage, followed by the faculty and then the graduates. We kindly ask guests We kindly ask the guests to remain at their seats until the last graduate exits the theater. Immediately following the ceremony, everyone is warmly invited to join us for a reception in the ballroom just down the hall from today's ceremonies. Thank you and have a wonderful weekend.